with the 16th pick in the NBA draft. Sixers actually selected somebody. Did not see that one coming last night. Did not see that. Jared McCain, your newest Philadelphia 76er. We're going to talk about it. The implications of the draft choice at 16 that Daryl Morey made. Guys, we're going to talk all things Sixers again, maybe for the last time in a while. We are live, taking all your thoughts and opinions in 60 seconds. And a very good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trending in the AM right here on Edge of Philly Sports. We are live. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. You know the drill wherever you are watching, and I'm sure you're all watching all over the place. Make sure you hit that like button, that share button, that subscribe button, that follow button, whatever buttons you can find, whatever buttons you can hit to spread the word and get as many people into the conversation as possible. As we are talking the Sixers' newest guard, Jared McCain, drafted with the 16th pick in the NBA draft last night. We're going to talk all things about that. I'm host Phil Stiefel. You can find me on all social media platforms at Beard and Knowledge. And guys, like I said, Jared McCain, 6'3", freshman guard out of Duke University. We got a Dookie on our team. Because before we talk about Jared McCain, we just got to talk the general theory of what went down last night. The Sixers were swirling with so many different rumors over the last couple of weeks about potential trade partners, different stars that they were linked to, et cetera, et cetera. Trades have been made across the NBA. But Daryl Morey stayed put and took a player at 16, a player that has potential, but is not ready to be a superstar yet. And let me tell you something. If your thought process is the Sixers are trying to win in the next 3 years or so, Jared McCain is a fantastic pick. But if your goal, as Daryl Morey said in his post-game or post-draft press conference, is to compete with the Boston Celtics, this is a terrible decision. Because this kid is not ready to compete at a high level. This kid is not ready to be an integral part of a playoff title contender. I don't know. I don't understand. This pick sends a message that this is not going to be the year. But yet Daryl Morey's telling us that we're trying to make it the year. Now, I get it. We still got $60 million in cap space, blah, 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 whatever. There's still moves that could be made, whatever. But when you got the Knicks going out there making a massive trade for Mikal Bridges, like it or not, when you're out there watching the Knicks drop $210 million on OG Anunoby, whether it's the right move or not, when you see the Knicks front office swinging for the fences, and you see Daryl Morey making a long-term play, what does it tell you? This is what we're going to talk about today. What is up, everybody? Elephant, how are you today? Might not be happy with the selection, but what do I matter? All that matters is McCain is happy. McCain didn't even interview with the Sixers in the pre-draft process. McCain said afterwards he never spoke to a single person, but probably my agent did. Not even for sure that my agent did. Was never going to be happy about any selection. Probably not. I know there's a bunch of other guys that people wanted at 16 there. What was on the board, whatever. The draft pick is sending a message to Sixers Nation. And I got one question. Has anybody checked on Joel Embiid's mental health right now? Because he can't be happy about a project being brought in. The past 2 days have not been good for the Sixers while the Knicks are loading up. Exactly. Some of the moves the Knicks have made might be bold. 5 years from now might be looked on as terrible. But they're swinging for the fences. They think they're telling their fans they're competing and then actually following through with that. They're swinging for the fences. The Sixers are telling the fans that we are going to compete, but then making long-term moves. Yes, and that's the other thing, Jarrett McCain. A lot of people are going to overreact. Dude, what 19-year-old kid, 20-year-old kid isn't on TikTok doing dances? Let's be honest. Every college kid has a TikTok account. Every college kid is. I know grown-ass people that do TikTok stuff, Marshawn. So I don't get upset about the TikTok stuff as long as he's putting the work ethic in on the practice court and then on the court for games. The TikTok stuff is secondary to me. It really is. As long as he's not out there making like Ja Morant type reels, I'm okay with the TikTok thing. That is just the era we live in my opinion. Eric, great to hear. Glad that your wife had a successful surgery. Hope recovery goes well for her. Let's continue to send the support to Eric's wife for the recovery now. Surgery, step one. Recovery is always step two. What condition will Embiid be in? And this is the thing. And Barbara's just jumping right in. Jared McCain will contribute day one. But Jared McCain is not ready to be the number 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 on this team. Right now, he's a starter on this team. And we're gonna talk about the player itself in a second. But he's not a starter. He's not ready to be a starter and contribute on a title contending team. He's the kind of guy that if your hope is to make the play-in tournament, and that's about it, and you see what you got in the kid in the big moments. Joel Embiid is at the back end of the prime of his career. Joel Embiid's got 2 to 3 years left of elite playing, pretty much. What kind of message does it send to the fans? What kind of message does this send to Joel Embiid? I was convinced about this the day he was hired. Does Daryl Morey actually have a plan? Does Daryl Morey have any clue how stupid he sounds when he says we think we're capable of competing with the Boston Celtics? Hell, you only got like 3 players on your team. I don't dislike, in a vacuum, the theory of drafting Jared McCain. I think Jared McCain has potential, has promise. He can contribute something day one. I already take him over Kyle Lowry minutes. But Jared McCain is not ready for this. He's not. There's no reason for us to watch or go to Sixers games until Morey is no longer GM. Absolutely. Absolutely 1,000% with this. No doubt about it. But people will continue to go. Maybe not as many, but people will continue to go. Daryl Morey ain't going anywhere. I got to write something down because I just thought of something, but I'm not ready to say it yet. I want to see if anybody thinks of something that I like about this Jared McCain kid here. I wrote something down. We'll get to this eventually here. Yes, very, very good. Good morning, Courtois. I guess it's a good morning. If you're thinking of the Sixers 3 to 4 years from now, it's a great morning. 3 years from now, if size doesn't matter, which size does matter, if size doesn't matter, Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey could be a dynamic backcourt. Offensively speaking, defensively speaking, that's a problem. You need to go out there and get a real 3-and-D specialist to pair with that backcourt. You really do. They're paying OG $42 million. OG Anunoby might be overpaid. Mikal Bridges might have been traded for far too many draft picks. But you know what? The Knicks are going for it. They are. I would have rathered hear that Paul George got signed to a max contract to the Sixers, even though I don't like the idea, because at least it tells me Daryl Morey is trying to get the best players available on this team. Worry about 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now later. Trying to win right now. The Knicks are going for it. I can't fault, and I said this on Twitter last night, I would rather Elton Brand be the GM making decisions. Why? Because Elton Brand went for it. Yeah, it didn't work out. Some of his moves were stupid. Al Horford, terrible idea. But he went out there and traded assets for Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler and gave Embiid and Ben Simmons the best possible chance. Now, I don't know if it was Elton Brand or Josh Harris that chose Brett Brown and Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler. I don't know if that was Elton Brand's decision or that was a direction from Josh Harris. It didn't work out. That's fine. I don't fault an executive for making big, bold moves that give you a chance or an opportunity to win a title now. Title opportunities come very, very rarely in the league, in any league. Very rarely do you have runs of like runs where like the Chiefs are going on with in football right now. Very rarely. So you have an opportunity to go all in, you go all in. That's what Elton Brand did in 2019. That's what the Knicks are doing right now. You deal with the rest later. You go all in. Daryl Morey's not all in, but he's telling you we're all in. At least he's doing maybe he is selling fee picks. You never know. That might be something different. He likes to polish his nails. People are going to massively overreact to Jarrett McCain's nail painting, to Jarrett McCain's love of TikTok, Jarrett McCain singing. Can we get a mixtape between Jarrett McCain and Jordan Mailata really fast? Because that would be pretty cool. Everyone's going to overreact to that stuff. That, to me, is so minor. That's just a kid with a personality that's showing. He's a kid. What were we doing at 19, Barb? Well, not me and you, but in general, what were we doing at 19? Goofing around. Thank God there was no internet back when I was 19, 20 years old. I don't want anybody to know. If Brian's in the comment section at some point today, ask Brian, what was I doing at 20 years old? I mean, he was my roommate in college at 20 years old. Look, I don't worry about that. I have a problem with TikToker when you are a celebrity and known for something other than basketball before you put on an NBA jersey. Now, Eric, I tweeted this out last night. For sure. When the first question from an interview on NBA Draft involves the word with your TikTok following. That is a problem. Where are the priorities? Now, the rest of the reports say that his basketball is his priority. TikTok's his outlet. TikTok's just how he has fun. You know what? He could be doing much worse than making cheesy TikTok dances and painting his nails. He could be doing so much worse. So I'm okay with it. Don't bother me one bit. I'm just from a different time when it comes to the TikToks. I don't even have a single social media account. Well, that's untrue because I guess YouTube is technically some form of social media. You're here comment. It's how I built my following. That's why I have a social media following and do this. But I get it. Mitchie Poo loves the Jarrett McCain pick. Huge success on the draft party last night. The EOP crew kicked ass last night for sure. Ton of people tuned in. Love it. Great work, guys. And I love the pick in theory. If our plan is to not worry about competing for a championship for the next 2 years. That's it. You need somebody right now that's going to help put you over the top. Jarrett McCain's not that guy. What was it? What's he say about our country in the top picks are from France? K1, I was by pick 10, I was still paying attention a little bit. Is there 3 in the top 9 from France? I might be off. I think it was 3 in the top 9, 10, or 11 were Frenchmen. plus Victor Wembanyama's from France. Team France in the Olympics might be stacked. What's going on in France with their basketball? That they dominated the NBA draft lottery last night. It's say France is trying to develop a new export. That tells me baguette and brie sales are down. Yeah. Brie is the Tobias Harris of cheese. I agree with you on that. That's a strong comment, but I agree. Look at OG contract. First 2 years are under 38, and the final year is a mutual option. There is an option at the end of it. Look, I don't care about the money for OG Anunoby. I don't care about the draft picks. I would have rather the Sixers give up 6 draft picks for Lauri Markkanen and give him Paul George a max contract, because at least the vision you sell us matches your actions. The vision he's selling us, Daryl Morey, last night, plus what he did in drafting Jared McCain, don't jive, don't mix, don't match. So what's the follow-up to that? Follow-up to that is Daryl Morey just clueless? Or is there a bigger move in play? Now, there's a chance still Jared McCain gets traded in the next coming days. There is. And that would be crazy. I'd feel bad for him. But how do you even draft a player you have not spoken to? How have you drafted a player that you did minimal research into other than watching Deebs' Mr. Crockpot right here on Edge of Philly Sports' highlight reel he put together for him? That was your research, basically. Watching some highlight reels. How do you know? To me, the worst mistake part of this draft pick last night is the fact that nobody on the Sixers met with the kid before the draft. This is not some 7th rounder in the NFL. This is your number 1 pick. This is pick 16 in the NBA draft. That's not good. Not good at all. Morey basically shut the window for the Sixers in the Embiid era duck. If their intentions are to keep and develop Jared McCain into being Tyrese Maxey's running buddy in the backcourt for the next 5 to 10 years, trade Joel Embiid now. I don't want to, but trade him now. Because in 2 years, when Jared McCain is where Tyrese Maxey is now, if he gets to there, Joel Embiid's going to be 33. He's going to have no knees left. It's going to be how many more injuries? If I'm Joel Embiid, I'm marching into Daryl Morey's office today. What's the plan? To help us get over the hump and win a title. And if Daryl Morey says anything, well, other than this is the real plan, I'm saying get me out of here. Get me out of here. Brand gave you impression that we were trying to win. I was 99.9% out on Morey before the draft. Last night he confirmed. I got some crap for my Elton Brand comments on Twitter last night. I think people misunderstand me to an extent. Elton Brand made plenty of mistakes. But Elton Brand said, here's our vision, and then swung for the fences to get you to that vision. I can't fault him. He tried. It didn't work out. You learn from it. Daryl Morey ain't swinging for no fences. The Knicks are. And I give them more credit than anything. All talk, no heart. Who? Daryl Morey? Absolutely. Comparison is the thief of joy, but it's hard to not be happy seeing how the Knicks are getting better. You know what? The Knicks are a better team today than they were yet 2 days ago. Or 3 days ago, however many days back to go with both moves happening. Like, come on. Rotford is the Tobias Harris of cheese. It stinks. What? Rotford? Rotford is a cheese? I never even heard of that, and I know my cheese. I'll defer to you on that one. I don't worry about the lack of heart, but your brain is a copy of NBA 2K, then I have to worry, yeah. So long as France doesn't take over the pizza market, Phil will be fine. Like, I've been to France a couple times. It's a great country. It's fun. A lot of great scenes and scenery and places to go. getting a nice little, go to the little cafes and get a little coffee and Danish. It's a good time. Even dated a French girl for a little bit. I've had pizza in France. The U.S. and Italy beat them. Absolutely. Why would you go to France and have pizza? You go to Italy for pizza, which I've done that many of times. You don't go to France. You go to France for a baguette, for a Danish of some kind. French fries. You go to France for French fries, right? Is that it? I don't think Tyrese spoke with it. Really? That's interesting. I wonder. I wonder if it happens more in the NBA than I realize. Because to me, it boggles my mind that you would draft somebody in the top 20 and not meet with them beforehand. Interesting. Went to an alternative school called Success School. Was an original student. Actually got thrown through a wall there. Doesn't that? Yeah. Singaporean pizza? What? Phil, is everyone's hair on fire? Well, I don't have much hair. This is as long as it gets, basically, Brett. So everyone is not happy. Okay. I do have positive things to say about Jared McCain. Just so y'all know. Get back to that comment in a second. I have positive things to say. I really do. Problem is, I just don't understand the decision. The NBA has gotten lazy. It started with the copycat league narrative when the Warriors won. Now teams replace their scouts with mock draft boards. Morey just tries to be consistent being Morey. Yeah. Brian, good morning to you. Morey didn't disappoint as far as screwing up, unless he has something up his sleeve. Not much to look forward to. I agree as far as trading Embiid. The time may have come. There's a lot to unpack here. I don't know if Morey screwed up. It depends on what Morey's real vision is. Did Daryl Morey sit down and be like, yo, with the moves the Knicks made, with the Celtics being as great as they are, still have Giannis and the Bucks as a pretty solid team? We don't got a chance of competing for the conference for the next 2 or 3 years. Let's get a young kid in here and develop him. Maybe that is what his plan is. Or he's got something else up his sleeve. Maybe Jared McCain by the end of the weekend won't be a Philadelphia 76er. We've drafted kids before and traded them away, a.k.a. Mikal Bridges, right after drafting them. But if your plan is to develop him, then you just trade Embiid now. You just do it. I'm not going to follow Daryl's wait until the team is built in October, but I'm waiting until Tuesday morning as a deadline. Yeah, you know me, I'm always the guy that says don't overreact to the first day of free agency or the first day of the draft. Like, wait to see the whole picture. But it's hard to see the whole picture when what you're telling and what you're doing are two totally different things, Daryl Morey. Sixers happy. So Brianna's happy. I'm glad you're happy. In a certain angle, I'm happy too. Jared McCain looks like a young, hungry, fun kid. Going to bring energy. Going to bring excitement. The kid can shoot. There's no doubt about that. He's small. That's a small backcourt, McCain and Maxey. McCain and Maxey's a very small backcourt. But it is what it is. No win now philosophy. There is no win now philosophy with the Sixers. Well, if there isn't, bye-bye Joel. And if I'm Joel, unless Daryl Morey lets me in on his plans, don't know what to tell you. He's going to have to go. Go to France for fancy food, Italy for street food, Italy for pizza, some gelato, some gelato in Sicily, in Messina, Sicily. Still remember getting gelato in Messina, just so you know. Pizza in Naples, pizza in Florence, pizza in Rome. I'm trying to think of every place in Italy I've had pizza. Naples still, numero uno. Sixers won. I don't know. In 3 years, they might have won. Not this year. Yeah, I know. I think in France, they actually call them American fries, just so you know. It's not set. It's set in stone. We starting over. RJ, what's up? How you doing today? Hopefully better. Well, if you're starting over, then you got to trade Joel Embiid. And here, this is something I want to touch into. Okay? Nick Nurse and his part in this whole thing. Okay? Nick Nurse, when he's with the Raptors, obviously won the NBA title. Kawhi Leonard on a 1-year, basically, hired an assassin for the year to get his guys over the hump. But a majority of the guys that he won with in Toronto, Siakam, Anunoby, Gary Trent, Fred VanVleet, the names go on and on, Precious Achiuwa, they're all guys that he developed. Young guys that he developed, got them up, and then brought in a piece to get Kawhi Leonard to get him over the hump for 1 year. Maybe the point is that Nick Nurse wants young guys that he could develop. Jared McCain's a kid he could develop. He can help continue to develop Tyrese Maxey. He can continue to help. If you're not going for it this year, you could develop Ricky Council. Maybe that is the plan. Daryl Morey's success rate. Just Siakam, Anunoby, and we'll put Gary Trent's a free agent now, and we'll probably get a big deal. And Fred VanVleet got a huge deal last offseason. 4 of his key pieces from his title run team that he developed got massive contracts in the last 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. Maybe that's the point of this pick, giving somebody young and energetic that Nick Nurse could sink his teeth into and develop, which would then tell me maybe the Sixers are going to draft someone at 41 tonight as well. Was it 41? I think it's 41. When do you think the first he paints his nails, he's not a real player? Oh, my God. They probably did it last night. Probably happened like 30 seconds after it. I already saw people, Brett, immediately fans, already criticizing him for it. And it's stupid. The kid wants to paint his nails. I've painted my nails for fun. Not many times. A couple times. Halloween costumes. Entertainment. I let my nieces paint my nails all the time. And I don't wash them right off. If my nieces, they're too old. They're too cool for their uncle now, my nieces. But when they were younger, they would paint my nails. And I would rock them for days to show off what my nieces did. That stuff doesn't bother me. As long as he puts the effort in on the court, all that matters. Didn't draft Connect because the last Tennessee player he drafted was a bust in Jaden Springer. The last Tennessee player he drafted has an NBA championship ring, just saying. But I don't know about that or why or not. Hell no. Answering the question, are we happy with night one? Wayne says, give me a hell no. We want to win every year. We do. But drafting Jared McCain is not a win this year move. Unless it's just a small piece of the puzzle. It's piece 1 of 500. Jared McCain's a win in 3 years move. We just watched the Celtics destroy the Mavs and show the ability to nullify small scoring guards. Interesting. And we have 2 backcourt mates now that are 6'2" and 6'3" respectively. Interesting. In a more positive news, I've put 80% of my daily steps already. Okay. How many steps do you try to get in? 97, the fanny pack said the Sixers are better than the Knicks. That's a joke. There's no way that the current Knicks are better. I mean, the Sixers don't even technically have 5 players under contract right now. So that is totally bogus. 1,000% bogus. Just say. And there's a reason why I don't listen to the fanny packs anymore. It's for comments like that. I think by Tuesday, most quality players will be gone and see how many, if any, we got for this team. Yeah. I mean, maybe they go out and sign Gary Trent, to the backcourt, and they go out and sign a couple other players. We'll have a roster, obviously. But I'm telling you, the big names are just not coming here. And I don't know why. Either Daryl Morey's an idiot and doesn't know how to bring the big players in, or nobody wants to play with Joel Embiid. It's kind of like the Phillies. Couldn't get Harper or Machado. Clentak couldn't get one of those guys in 2019 to commit to coming here. The owner, John Middleton, had to step in and make the moves. Daryl Morey don't know what he's doing. And last night proves it again. If they get Ingram with the small backcourt, it's a good pairing. Well, last night's 16th pick is one of the picks you should have used to get Brandon Ingram. Now, maybe they trade a future pick or two for Ingram. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think Brandon Ingram is off the table. I don't think Lauri Markkanen's off the table. 100%. Morey telegraphing our interest only by watch the free agents disappear off the list while the other teams make moves. I'm telling you, we're taking a step back next year. And you know what? I'd be more excited. I was more excited entering the 10-win Sixers process season than I am now because I got honesty from the front office. Look, we're not going to win this year. We're laying the groundwork and foundation for something bigger. To go in front of a podium last night and Daryl Morey say, we're trying to compete with the Celtics, but you've done nothing. While the other teams competing with the Celtics are making moves to improve their team now. You can't say one thing and do something else. You just can't. I'm ready for a Butler or Ingram trade or a Max PG and sign KCP. Hell, I hope Daryl trades 5 picks. I'll do it all. If you're telling me we're trying to compete, you got to do at least 2 of these things. You got to. If you're not trying to compete, then you're not going to do this. I hate the idea of Paul George on a max contract. I've said it 1,000 times I hate it. But I'd rather that if you're going to tell me we're trying to compete than trying to tell me you're going to compete, but then draft a 19-year-old kid that's going to take 3 years to become, if he becomes, a really good player in the NBA. I don't know if they want. Time will tell. Oh, we've talked about this before. I've said it before. Daryl Morey's a reactive GM, executive, not a proactive. For sure. We win in the TikTok championship. Again, I knew I was fully prepared today for at least a dozen or 2 TikTok comments. Oh, I got a TikTok. You can find me at Bearded Knowledge. See, right here. Look at me on TikTok. I've been trying to put some TikTok previews of shows on there at nights when I have time. But, dude, the TikTok stuff is secondary to me. Unless he doesn't put the effort in on the court in practice and stuff like that. Fantastic point, Eric. Little guards ain't it. In today's day and age, 6'2 guards, 6'3 guards, they aren't it, guys. They just aren't. I didn't watch more than a couple minutes of the playoffs after the Sixers choked. Just waiting to flush this turd. Oh, my God. Tomorrow. Eagles. I already got the topic of tomorrow set up, okay? Get Phil on a show for a pizza tour of Italy. I've been to some places. There's this really famous, I forget the name off the top of my head, in Naples. In Old Naples. Bill Clinton, there's pictures of Bill. He used to fly Air Force One just to Naples just to get a pizza at this place. It's literally a 100-square-foot place, and half of it's taken up by their oven. Side note, if you've never been to Italy, in Italy, it is custom. You do not, if you go to Italy and get a pizza, be prepared for it not to be cut because traditional Italian pizza is not cut. I remember I go to my first Italian pizzeria in Italy. I get the box. I go to sit on the stoop because there's no tables in it. I sit on a stoop out on the street. I open the box. I go to pull out a slice, and the whole pizza comes out. I'm like, what the? And I just see everybody ripping it or just getting a fork and knife if they have a table. Just so you know. Pizza knowledge. For sure. Won it, connect, and that shooting, Lakers won night 1. Yeah. It'll take a long to start. It will take a long time to start over, Wayne. It will. But if you traded Joel Embiid today, tomorrow, whenever, you're going to get the draft capital and the assets to maybe turn it quicker. The problem is, whether you trade Joel Embiid or not, whether you're all in or not, whether you're trying to compete this year or 3 years from now, the fact of the matter is, whatever direction you want this team to go in, Daryl Morey is still in charge of the team. And let me tell you something. That is no bueno. That's Spanish for no good, just so you know. Here's a question for you guys. We're sponsored by SherryTickets.com. Are you going to SherryTickets.com to buy Sixers tickets? No. Now you might go buy some Eagles tickets or some concert tickets for the summer. Theater tickets, use promo code EOP10. You can save with the best by using SherryTickets.com. No hidden fees, great prices. You can call them directly, 610-494-5050 to get a personal experience from them. Just make sure you tell them about EOP, Trend the AM. But SherryTickets.com. No hidden fees, promo code EOP10. I ain't going to buying Sixers tickets right now. Not a chance. I don't know what that emoji is. Some emojis pop up right, some don't. Honestly, I floated the idea of tweeting this out, Marshawn. I have floated this idea in my mind. If you're going to trade Embiid and start over, just trade Maxey too. Dude, you could get 5. If Mikal Bridges fetched 5 first-round picks, if you put Tyrese Maxey on the market, you could get 6 first-round picks for him, I bet you. I bet you. Wayne, I know. I don't even think I was 30. I'm 43. I feel like I was still in college when the process started. It's pathetic. The problem right now is Daryl Morey. But the big problem, Wayne, is the person that pays Daryl Morey's salary, Josh Harris. What did I read yesterday? I don't even know if it was serious. That Daryl Morey and Josh Harris had the Sixers sitting down with the Washington Commanders executives to discuss strategies. Like, I don't want my basketball team sitting down and talking with executives from a football team in another city. Josh Harris is a problem, guys. Everyone's saying we should have drafted Connect. I get that. I don't really know. French is the type of cut, not where they are from. See French cut green beans. Adam Silver is a lizard person. He has wrecked the NBA. Well, he wrecked the Sixers. Can he just step in and force the Sixers to fire Daryl Morey? Fix your one mistake by doing that. Please, Adam Silver. He might be a lizard. He's the Lizard King, right? Is he the Lizard King? Good morning, Little G. Hope you are well. McCain needs to develop 3 to 4 inches in height. I don't think you can do that. I don't think he's going to grow. I mean, he's only 19, 20 years old. He hasn't fully developed into his adult body yet, but don't think he's going to grow much more in height. You just can't win in the – you can win in the NBA if Maxey's one of your guards or McCain's one of your guards, but then your other guard, best well damn be 6'5", 6'6", hell, maybe even 6'7". You got to. You can't win in the NBA with 2 small guards. You just can't. The last Sixers championship was 83, 41 years ago. I was 2. While, yes, we had 21-01, still no trophy. I guess it could be worse. Yeah. The Sixers and Flyers have a long-standing history of massively disappointing us for extremely long stretches. It's frustrating. It is. Sammy the Bull or Adam Silver? I don't know. That's a tough one right there. McCain is definitely someone we are going to convince ourselves was a good idea. I love this comment. There's a lot of Sixers Nation that are convincing themselves that McCain is a good play. And McCain may turn into, key words, may turn into a really good player. Problem is, we don't got time. If Joel Embiid's on this team, we don't got the time to wait for him to develop. We don't. Is McCain better than Redick, Curry, or even Isaiah Joe? I'd take Isaiah Joe back over McCain right now. That would give me more of a consensus idea that you're trying to win now. McCain, we don't know what McCain's going to be in the NBA. Draft picks are crapshoots. It is. I don't know. I think if McCain was the right choice for your goals and mentality of what you want to do with this team, it means you've got to convince yourself to trade Joel Embiid. Because it's at least 2 years, maybe 3, till McCain is the player people are going to convince themselves that he is. Just going through some of these comments quickly here. I don't give a crap about his nails. That's what kids do nowadays. Yeah, I don't care about it. I don't care about the TikToks. I mean, like I joked earlier in the show, I mean, as long as he's not making videos like Ja Morant does, then I don't care. His videos just show that he's young, not immature, it's the wrong word, young, goofy kid. Because that's what he is. He's a kid. He's literally a child. WIP stands for We're in Process. That doesn't really have as good of a ring as I think you think it does. McCain seems like the same type of player as Maxey. Happy, fun, hardworking. Yeah. The personality's there. The words he said about wanting to get in the gym and work harder than it. He's a smart, good kid. Keyword, kid. We're trying to win. Daryl Morey's telling us we're trying to win an NBA title. But his decision-making tells me something else. Ratting is ratting. No way around it. That is true. Once a rat, always a rat. I would take Jared Springer back, FYI, right now on this team. We did stupid stuff when we were kids. Is he talented? Yes. Is he NBA ready? Not for years, if at all. Does he have the work ethic to get there? Unknown. I think this is a spot-on comment. It is from Duck. I don't know. I'm extremely frustrated feeling-wise. Oh, my God, I'm far behind on comments. That Steps comment from you was like 10 minutes ago. Jesus. I got to pick this up, guys, and get caught up on comments here. My God, it's already 40 minutes into the show, too. It's hilarious that there's actually a night 2. Yeah, I mean, if anybody watches night 2 of the NBA draft, they literally have to do a self-check on themselves because nobody in their right mind is watching a whole night of round 2 of the NBA draft. Nail polish on me. You might get me to do tea time, but no. When my nieces ask me to do something, I do it. I don't care. Our GM is going to punt next year for flexibility. We should be done with this team. Well, let me tell you something, Marshawn. I am, to an extent, done with this team. My excitement level for the Sixers is a 2.2 on a scale of 1 to 100. I have zero excitement. And this is coming from a guy that loves the Sixers, loves Joel Embiid, loves Tyrese Maxey. My excitement level is almost 0. Yeah, maybe this is it here. Maybe Morey's trying to get Embiid to be the bad guy. Oh, I didn't want to trade him. I was trying to build a winner around him. But he's the one that asked out, not me. Maybe that's what he's doing. If I'm Joel Embiid, I'm going to Josh Harris's office, not Daryl Morey's office. Say, yo, fire Daryl Morey or trade me. If I'm Joel Embiid, I am making a statement, not a cryptic tweet. I'm going to Josh Harris's office. I'm like, yo, it's me or Daryl Morey. One of us has got to go. Trade for Laurie, not the biggest. Sign KCP. That should be doable, right? You could do these things. And if you're only signing KCP, you're still going to have a lot of money left. Now, all of a sudden, we're talking. KCP can start. McCain can go to the bench. KCP will give you that length at the 2. Now we're talking. Now there's a plan. What's up, Charles? Great morning, all. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well this morning. Thoughts on the thing? RJ says, I totally agree with you on the reactionary. Daryl Morey is reactionary, not proactive. I don't want to get too much into that because it might steal some of my ideas for tomorrow's show, though. Worst GM in the league. But yet we're told by many people that he's such an elite executive. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to read these things here. That's great. Wizards traded Abja for 2 firsts and Brogdon. I'm not entirely sure who won this trade, but we could have done something. We could have. And I actually put in a call for the Sixers. Not like I think the Sixers had this trade beat, Marshawn. But I didn't want to have to say this guy's name on the show today, but you still found a way to get his name into the comments anyway. I think this was solely skipped over trade-wise to help me pronunciation-wise. We didn't need another Aqua Bowman situation on our hands. This is the same guy that signed George Hill and Anthony Tolliver right before the playoffs. True that. True. Beard of pizza knowledge. I got a lot of pizza knowledge, okay? And the pizza shop's been busy this week, so I'm exhausted. And started getting some of those top-tier kids. We just need to crap or get off the pot. Again, Nick Nurse is a developer of talent. Trade him. Give him 5 picks to develop. 5 young players to develop. 2 or 3 of them are going to turn into solid NBA players. Nick Nurse is actually a really good developer of talent. And he can get that young talent to succeed. Maybe not title contender, but a lot of those Raptors teams, while he was developing them, were still fringe playoff teams. I'd rather watch kids develop than watch the direct that Daryl Morey is going to roll out there next year. Don't forget cutting Isaiah Joe. DeAndre Jordan. That was a bad one. Kevin Durant's out there. You know what? Go for it. I will not criticize a trade for Kevin Durant. You want to trade 5 first-round picks for Kevin Durant for a 2-year run? I don't give a care. Trade him. Go for it. At least that would match up what you're saying, that we're trying to beat the Celtics. Now, I don't think KD and Joel Embiid will mesh very well on the court. But sure, go for it. Swing for the. If you're going to tell me you're swinging for the fences, you can't take 3 strikes right down the middle of the plate, but tell me you're swinging for the fences. I mean, I'm just firing through reading some of these things. You know what? I would take Murray. At least our backcourt wouldn't be my height and smaller. We make watered down offers and bring up Embiid injury history. Stop. Yep. Mid. We did draft a mid. Process ended the day Sam Hinkie was fired. Just so you know. Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in. I haven't been pulled back in. That's for freaking sure. The PHLY chat was mad at me when I was pointing out Morey as a trash GM. Well, first things first, RJ, tell all your friends, they don't need to be going to the PHLY chat. They should be watching this show only, okay? Because I will never tell you your opinions are trash. Everybody's opinion gets a chance on this show. Every day I am here giving every person's opinion. You go to those other channels, they either make you pay to have your opinion put on the screen, or they laugh at you if they don't agree with you. Not here. Everybody's got a chance to have their voice heard, and fairly. I'm not a Maxey guy. Wow. Nice offensive player, too small, no play creation. See, this is an interesting one here, Tech. Really interesting. There's not many people that would agree with you. But I get what you're thinking. He is kind of small, and I think he can't be a 1A guy. He could be a max player. He could be a 2. But you can't have Maxey with McCain. I will always say the process ended in 2016 when Sam left. Colangelo in no way continued. No, it's exactly true, Brett. The day the process ended was the day Sam Hinkie was no longer with this organization. Maxey. I got mixed emotions from this draft pick. Nick Nurse has had some success. I'm telling you. I brought this up. He's developed some nice young players throughout his career. A couple guys making a lot of money in the NBA now are because Nick Nurse developed them. He's not unemployed. He's working for the football team. Like, it doesn't make any sense. If the Wizards are going full tank, get Brogdon. Maybe, sure. We tried to convince ourselves that Jaden Springer was a good pick. There's no need to make a pick last night, period. He's going to step in and not. I saw somebody compare to the effect that Landry Shamet had his rookie year with the Sixers. A bench guard that would come in and take threes. drop a couple. And he's going to come off the bench. Right now he's a starter, but he should be coming off the bench, play 18 minutes, take 5 threes in those 18 minutes. Some nights he'll go 3 for 5. Some nights he'll go 1 for 5. Somewhere like that. We have the picks. We don't have the players. But we have the picks. That is for sure. NBA draft is always the worst out of the major sports. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Stands for Whiners in Philadelphia. Yeah, that makes sense better than the last one you said. McCain is a 5-star recruit, and he shined at Duke playing the best competition in college basketball. Positive, okay. People think by posting McCain's TikToks is trolling, but you're helping his algorithm. True. I bet you went from 2 million followers to 3 million followers last night. Mitchie Poo is the man. Plain and simple. They did a kick-ass job last night. He's too little. Probably, Brian. Probably. I'm streaming the second round of the draft. You are a sicko. Sicko, Mitchie Poo. You are a sicko. I ain't no fan like Mitchie Poo. Round 2 starts at 4 p.m. Really? Nobody's going to watch then. Mitch, stream the debate. I'm going to be watching the debate tonight. You want some fun comedy? Follow me on Twitter tonight because I'm going to be live tweeting the debate. That's for sure. If I'm JoJo, I'm going to David Archeri. You know what? I think that's a perfect opportunity. If you're a Sixers fan or Joel Embiid, you can't call David Archeri. He can't help you for your frustrations. But if you need work compensation lawyer with an accident, a personal injury law, or criminal law, call David Archeri on the Cherry Law Firm, 610-565-0300. Go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let the best David Archeri fight for you and get you what you deserve. Again, the phone number for David Archeri and the Cherry Law Firm is 610-565-0300, or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Just make sure you let them know. Trending in the AM on Edge of Philly Sports is where you heard about it. Right back to the comments that I'm still massively behind on. If you bring back Batum, Oubre, and Lowry, plus Laurie and KCP, that can compete with anyone, right? No, I don't think it could. Honestly. Oh, because I'm not a big fan of the Lowry thing. And I don't know if Batum's heart's going to be in returning or not. I don't know. Maybe substitute Lowry with Buddy Hield. Another shooter, maybe. I don't know. I just don't want Kyle Lowry back on this team. Unfortunately, I feel like Kyle Lowry's going to be playing 35 minutes a game next year on this team. Tibbs and the Knicks beat us in the playoffs. McCain paints his fingernails. We need goons, not glamorous. All right. See, I get what you're saying, but, mister, that is just – I don't buy into the fact that his fingernail painting affects what he could do on the court or as part of this team. We need Billy Joel, not Elton John. Yeah, maybe. Is there a difference? That wasn't rain. It was more your pretty much. The debate or the actual election? We're not going to say that on here. Sandman, you're correct. Calling Daryl Morey reactionary is disrespectful to the word. That's giving him too much credit. He doesn't react to other teams. He doesn't react to the fans, the media. He reacts to if he sees too long of a line of the crumble cookie, Eric. He gets a little upset. That's right. Hit that like button. I do appreciate that, Duck. I do deserve it. I don't deserve anything. I hate when people say people deserve something. This player deserves a title. No, earn it. I'm trying to earn it. Hit that like button because it's free and it supports me, but because you feel I earned it. That's why you should hit the like button. Because I earned it. And with this next statement, did I earn it? The next statement is, at this point, you might as well bring back Tobias Harris. I'm telling you. I have this feeling in my gut that Tobias Harris could be back on this team next season. Go with the devil you know. I'm telling you. I don't pay close attention to politics till about this time, but I just read last night that there's going to be no one in the audience for the debate. It's just going to be the two of them on stage with the moderator, and they have this special thing that the moderator can mute the mics. I don't want that. I want a free-for-all. Josh Harris and Elton Brand have been better than Morey. We'd still be waiting on an offer for Harden if it was up to Morey. Look, I'm telling you, it's not as crazy as it sounds. I would take Elton Brand's decision-making over Daryl Morey like that. Some of his moves were great. Some of them were god-awful. But at least he showed a pulse. Daryl Morey would make a great politician. Say one thing, do another. Say another thing to get a round of applause, but then do something different. Daryl Morey would make an excellent politician. Surprised he's not running as Donald Trump's running mate right now. If it was Morey pissing on our shoes and telling us it's rain, content is king. And I'm the leader of the universe, okay? You have told plenty of us our opinions are trash. Stop. Some of the core 12, yes, I have told that. Sarcastically, for fun. But I give you all the chance to have it. I might not agree with it always, but I give you your opportunity. That's it. There ain't no content drought. There's never a content drought. I've always got content. Yeah, they are. Sometimes I just don't know when your opinions are trash or your opinions are sarcasm. It's very hard to get the sarcasm without the actual voice. Fleet and Lowry were good defensively. McCain and Maxey are not. Point. Ralph, what's up, my man? I appreciate you, Ralph, for tuning in. Always. Maxey is a 2 trapped in a point guard's body. Tech, you could say the same about Iverson. It didn't make him not an all-great timer. Yeah, look, we're not questioning Maxey's abilities. I don't know if he could be the superstar that leads a team. I think the Sixers will miss the playoffs next season with the roster well, they don't have a team. They don't even have 5 guys on the roster. So right now, yes, they'd have to forfeit every game. So they'd be 0-82 as currently constructed. So yeah, they would miss the playoffs. That's an obvious one. Anyone can nitpick and deflect. Not everybody can, do the opposite of that. I'm just firing through all these cherry bombs. DRC needs to represent Embiid and the Sixers fans. Maybe. I don't know if there's any legal court there, though. The debate is going to be another sequel to Grumpy Old Men. Pretty much, Duck. And we'll say this. Without answering any questions you'll follow up with, I'm slowly starting to lean and figure out who I'm going to vote for. Starting to get an idea. I'm not sure if it'll stick, but my vote could still be swung. But it was right down the middle between not voting or voting, basically. And it's just starting to, I didn't want to, if I swing my hands to the right, you'll think I'm going one way. If I swing my hands to the left, you'll think I'm a leftist or whatever. I'm slowly starting to figure it out. Iverson was done once the zone defense was added. Deserves. Got nothing to do with it. I hate when people say deserves. You earn it. And I hope I've earned, I know the core 12 I've earned. Every day I hope I earn a new listener. Every day I hope I earn the right to have you guys listening to me on a daily basis. Bring back 12. Let's go. While you're at it, I saw this on Twitter last night, and it's kind of funny. Daryl Morey has an opportunity, okay? He's got an opportunity to right a wrong in Sixers history. Almost. Because one part of it doesn't work. The Sixers still have Joel Embiid, right? Obviously. They got Tyrese Maxey. The Sixers could theoretically bring back Tobias Harris and trade for Jimmy Butler and reunite that big 3 of Butler, Harris, and Embiid and get Ben Simmons back. Theoretically, Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, and Tobias Harris could theoretically be your starting 5 for the Sixers next year. Theoretically. Just instead of Redick, who's now with the Lakers, maybe he gets fired soon here. That's another subject. And you sub out Redick for Maxey. I'm telling you. Theoretically, Daryl Morey can reunite the 2019 Sixers this offseason. That would be more entertaining than what's going on right now. Honestly. McCain is known as a tough guard who rebounds. Give him acrylic nails. I don't care. Yeah. Didn't he lead his team in rebounding during March Madness? So he's a tough kid. That's good. Are from the hood. Maxie and McCain were raised from the suburbs like the Brady Bunch. Hey, I didn't grow up in the hood. I didn't grow up in the greatest of areas. When I got on the court, when I was a young kid, I got on the court because of my defense. That's the only way I was getting on the court as the only white boy on the court was if I was playing defense. Just saying. Got to play defense when you're on the streets playing ball. I'm watching the second round to see where the LeBron James family is taking their talents. I totally forgot about this. I'm guessing Bronny didn't get drafted last night. Good. He didn't deserve to get drafted last night. If Rick Simmons can shoot 70% from the free throw line, I take him back. I'm just telling you. Ben Simmons could be had. Jimmy Butler could be had. Tobias Harris is a free agent. It's there. The opportunity is there. Never want to see Tobias Harris pogo leg a layup ever again. You know, I don't want to either. I'm just saying, in theory, it's possible. I don't completely disagree, but being hood ain't have nothing to do with being tough. If a person is scared, they are scared regardless of it. I agree with that too. Iverson had 5 more Iverson-like seasons after the zone was allowed in the NBA. Someone called Cap. Yep, that's fine. Guys, real quick, some of these other great sponsors that we have on this great show. Obviously, got to mention PhillySportsTrips.com. If you're a Philly sports fan and you want to travel with your favorite team, then travel with the best. PhillySportsTrips.com. They're the pros at premium travel and tailgating experiences for the best fans in the world, Philadelphia sports fans. Now, I'm not going to promote any of their Sixers things. I'm not. Hell, I don't even have a picture for that. But if you go to PhillySportsTrips.com, sign up immediately. Make sure you let them know EOP, Trending the AM, the #1 morning show in Philadelphia, sent you to them. You can take a trip to Brazil to see the Eagles week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. They got a great tailgate coming up soon in August for Italian Heritage Celebration. Pittsburgh, trip in a couple of weeks out there. Get your Permani brothers. Deposits for spring training. Obviously, all our Eagles takeovers in Tampa, Baltimore, Dallas. Some are bus trips, some are plane tickets. You can go see your Philadelphia Union in September in Miami. Welcome to Miami. PhillySportsTrips.com. EOP sent you. Make sure you do that, guys. They are the absolute best. And if you want to go somewhere next year, any day, but next year, to watch the Sixers lose, go to Dolan's Bar in Ridley Park. 24 East Sellers Avenue for 65-plus years. Dolan's Bar has been the best. The quintessential Irish-American dive bar. PJ serving up good food, great drinks, good times, everything. Go to DolansBar.com, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Check them out. And if you go in there, tell PJ, yo, I heard about you. Trending the AM. When are you going to have a live broadcast of Trending the AM right here at Dolan's Bar? Make sure you check them out, guys. You're watching Trending the AM right here on Edge of Philly Sports. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that follow button, that share button on Twitter, retweet. If you're watching on Twitter, you got to click the video and that chat box. Don't just comment under the tweet. Every show, I see people comment under the show. That doesn't get it on the screen. I can't see it. You gotta open the video box up and then the chat box. That's what you got to get to. Oh yeah, maybe. Right now, maybe not. Maybe not right now. Just saying. Mitchie, would you really be upset if we reunited the 2019 Sixers? I think it would be hilarious. At least if we brought back the 2019 Sixers, it would be hilarious content creation. It would give me some crazy things to talk about. Instead, after today, tomorrow's topic might have a backdoor conversation about the Sixers involved, unless something big happens today. But I'm done talking the Sixers. We'll talk the Sixers a little bit throughout the offseason as free agents sign. We'll talk about the Sixers a little bit as the season gets started. But the Sixers as a regular part, you know what? Forget this. Not only are we not going to talk the Sixers regularly, I'm not putting blue. My favorite color, blue, is banned from the show. We're going to go Phillies red. That's not the Phillies red that I want. Is that a good color? We're going red from here on out on this show. No more Sixers blue on this show. No mas. I just can't take it anymore. But if they brought back the 2019 squad, at least there'd be some entertainment purposes. Small players can have a great regular season. Eventually, they will be nulled in the playoffs. I think this is spot on, Tech. We saw that this year in the playoffs, not just with the Sixers, like everywhere. So, yeah. We were pissed off before the draft started because of all the moves the Knicks made. We were going to rip Morey no matter what he did last night. That's fair. But I don't know. Is Lauri Markkanen not on the table? Is Brandon Ingram not on the table? Because if he would have swung, I think Brandon Ingram is worth 2 first-round picks. You could have given him 16, Jared McCain, and 1 future pick. If Daryl Morey had to overpay and had to drop 3, I would say it might be much, but he's going for it. And I'd be okay with it. So I wouldn't have ripped him. A slight overpay, I would not rip him for a trade of a star. Because you're trying to win now. Drafting McCain is a win later move. Say no to small backcourts. Everybody say it together. Say no to small backcourts. Absolutely. A little 4-leaf clovers for everybody there. I hear you. I just don't agree with everything. When I lived through it, I'm an old head like Phil. Yeah, we're old. Stop reminding me that I'm old. We might. There's going to be a little backdoor conversation on Sixers occasionally, like tomorrow, unless something big happens. There's a chance that for a majority of the rest of the summer that we're talking Phillies, we're talking Flyers, we're talking Eagles, maybe more guests on this show. But the Sixers as the crux of a show just can't happen anymore. Well, the links to my PayPal and Venmo are down below, K1. You're glad. I will gladly let you buy the conversation for the day. You are. We should have been talking Sixers to begin with. Eagles and Phillies and Flyers are getting spicy with their players. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we are. Unless something drastic happens tonight with the Sixers, big trade or something like that, Sixers are barely going to be mentioned until they do something drastic. Stephen A. Reported yesterday Phoenix wants out on KD. Give him all the picks and McCain. If you're trying to tell us we're winning now, that's what you do, Steve. That's a win move now. A win now move. Something like that. Seriously, we have franchises in this town that don't suck, but here we are. It's the trend. What is the name of the show, K1? Trending in the AM. Trending right now is the NBA draft. If I would have titled this show a Phillies show the day after the NBA draft round 1, y'all would have crushed me for not talking about the NBA draft. I can't win with you guys, can I? I talk Eagles, you say the season's over, talk something else. Talk Phillies, I don't want to talk baseball. I talk Sixers, I don't want to talk this. Marshawn, I subscribe to the Deion Sanders school of thought. Quarterbacks you get from privileged 2-parent homes, defensive players. Yeah. Let's talk women's volleyball. I thought you were just going to say women. I don't want to talk any Hawk Tui today. I meant we shouldn't have been talking Sixers really ever. Look, we got to talk what's trending. Sixers are trending, but I get the frustration that you don't want to talk them. And like I said, I already got the title of tomorrow's show right up here. All right? We do. And there will be a lot of Eagles parts of the conversation tomorrow. I hate it that people are talking about Jared McCain's height. Can you imagine social media when AI got drafted? You cannot, Mitchie Poo, you cannot put Jared McCain anywhere in the same conversation as Allen Iverson. Stop. Don't. Just delete that comment, please. For 2019 reunion, JJ might be free agent soon. JJ Redick. I don't know. I think I read a rumor somebody called him out for dropping the N-word, calling her out by the N-word in like a gym or something like that. Some female basketball player. I don't even remember. I saw it. I didn't dive deep into it because JJ Redick's not a Sixer, so I'm not really overly concerned. And it would be the ultimate. The Lakers finally hire a coach and he has to get fired. a week into his job. I did see that. I saw that right before he went live. Nate Lashley, hole in one on the second hole of the tournament. Scotty Scheffler's taking like 3 weeks off, so other people actually have a chance to win. No, we are going to hold Morey accountable. If he drafted the best player available, that's athletic wing, or trade for a guy with upside, he wouldn't have gotten trashed. Stop making excuses. He's a clown. People use the term clown far too often on social media. This guy's a clown. That guy's a clown. No. Daryl Morey is a clown. He's a nitwit. All right? Don't get canceled making comments about the alphabet community. Let's just, like McCain, don't have nail polish on. Let's talk about Phil's favorite Jennifer Aniston movies. Do I have any that I like? I don't know. Honestly, like, if I think of Jennifer Aniston, I know she's been in a lot of movies. But, like, one movie does not just jump out at me and scream, I got to go watch it. The Breakup stunk. Office Space might be a top 3 movie. We're the Millers. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good movie. Marley and Me, yeah, I might have teared up a little bit. Bruce Almighty stunk. Bounty Hunter, never saw it. What else do we got here? The Iron Giant, what? Don't know. Rockstar, never saw it. Love Happens. Along Came Polly. She was in Along Came Polly? Yeah, she was. Murder Mystery, 2, good. Murder Mystery 1, terrible. Horrible Bosses, overrated. Yeah, Jennifer Aniston is an overrated actress, honestly. Yeah. Anybody putting, like, no offense to Mitchie Putek, but anybody putting Allen Iverson and McCain in the same sentence? Mitch, I was just about to lift your ban, but you putting Allen Iverson and Jarrett McCain in the same sentence. Sorry. I just have to tack 2 weeks onto your ban. Got to. You're using the height to compare the two. I get that. But I don't care about the height. You never compare Allen Iverson to Jarrett McCain. Height, finger length, fingernail polish, hair, skills on the court. You never compare the two in any way. It's night and day. You're talking about one of the players coming out of college was already going to be considered one of the greatest players in the NBA. You knew Allen Iverson was going to be elite day one. Jarrett McCain's a project. So you don't do it. Guys, do I have to ban Pooh even longer now? Probably. Or if he got a power forward that crashes the boards and can play next to Embiid, be undersized, one dimensions. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Kemba Walker. Yeah. Undersized guard. I don't care about his height. He can wear heels. Stop it with the. Yeah. There's too much clown going around. Horrible Bosses. No, it's overrated. Horrible Bosses. It is. I don't think there's a single thing that's a good Jennifer Aniston movie. I know people are going to hate that one. I know how to get under people's skin really well sometimes. I really do. I'm begging the WNBA for a team, please. I have 2 daughters, and we'll give it another. Yeah, the WNBA in Philly needs to happen. Morey, as a 76ers GM, is equal to a rich kid given a front office job at Microsoft. He's over his head and doesn't belong here. We're an intelligent fan base, and no, the guy is overrated. We'll get back to this in a second. Yeah. Pre-nose job, Jennifer Aniston. Exactly. When he asked my favorite Jennifer Aniston movies, like, the first thing that popped in my head was Leprechaun. Legitly, no lie, Al. Like, it was legitly the first thing that popped into my mind. Right back at this one. Yeah. Daryl Morey is terrible. I'm telling you. If I am Joel Embiid, I am marching into Josh Allen, not Daryl Morey's office today, not tweeting it cryptically, marching into the office, saying, trade me or fire Daryl Morey right now. Bring in the dude from Washington. Okay? Anybody. Go get Bob Myers. I don't want Daryl Morey here anymore. If I'm Joel Embiid, that is what I'm saying today. No ands, ifs, buts, or nuts. All right? And you know what? I would, if he says, if Josh Harris says, no, I can't fire Daryl Morey, and Joel Embiid says, then trade me now. I'm not playing here. I would not be mad at Joel Embiid for asking out at all. Someone joked earlier about you might as well trade Tyrese Maxey. So the direction of this franchise right now, who says Tyrese Maxey signs his max contract? Maybe Tyrese Maxey says, I want out of here. I know they have their rights and they can match any contract, whatever. There's a lot of technical stuff there. But who's to say Tyrese Maxey even wants to be here anymore? Daryl Morey is a problem, people. Been saying it for years and years since the second he was hired here. I've been saying it nonstop. Y'all called me crazy. Now most of you see what I say. Daryl Morey will never, ever win an NBA championship as the head executive of a basketball team. Maybe he gets a job after the Sixers in the equipment room somewhere. Maybe he backdoors his way into a championship. But Daryl Morey will never. Let me say that one more time. Daryl Morey is the GM, executive in charge, whatever the hell his goddamn title is, because technically Elton Brand's the GM. Whatever his title is, he will never win an NBA title as the main decision maker of a franchise. Never, ever, ever, ever. I've been saying it for years. You all see what I'm saying now. It's about damn time. Basically. Yeah. Yeah, some privilege ball right there, for sure. Bad Boss is the only good one, and that's due to Charlie Day. You'll care about his height when a big wing switches on him and he has to sit down on the bench. Yeah, for true. Iron Giant is a great. I honestly haven't seen an animated big Iron Giant. So I can't really comment on that. Josh Harris don't care about the Sixers. He wants a new stadium. He wants a new stadium in DC. He wants a new stadium in Philly. Does he want a new stadium for the Devils? I don't know where the Devils play, what kind of stadium they got, what condition their stadium situation's in. But the answer should be all you need to know about the Sixers team. When the owner of the team owns a Washington, Jersey, and Philly franchise in 3 different sports. Pathetic. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. You notice how much Sixer stuff's hanging up behind me? Yeah. Hold on. Cheers to your coffee. We'll finish my espresso here, in a second here. I have to get to my orange juice down. I only got like 10 minutes left. It's a losing battle. It's not, because we're gonna move on from it tomorrow. The man is obsessed. I am obsessed. Was letting people see that the Sixers are never going to win as long as Daryl Morey is calling the shots. Camden Sixers. I heard somebody else say that last night. Harris would move the commies to West Virginia and call it the Washington Commies. Man. He's moved it to Alaska and call it the franchises going through hard times to try and rebuild them. Yeah. Josh Harris is a businessman. He's trying to make a profit. You know what? I get it. Don't have to like it, though, for my franchise. Wins don't really matter. Names and marketability, yeah. And that's why I'm surprised that they didn't go out and make a big trade yesterday. Because you go out and make a big trade for Jimmy Butler, like it or not, whatever. You get Jimmy Butler back in here, ticket prices along courtside go up. Luxury box prices you could sell go up. You could charge Dave Keller of Drive David, your dealer. You just didn't always know it. See, give Dave a little free plug there. The price he charges him to wrap the stadium inside, the graphics of Drive David everywhere. The price goes up. That's what it matters. Jarrett McCain, the price goes down. So I'm kind of shocked at that. I am. Who cares? Dennis Rodman was helping lead the Bulls to championships. What matters? How a person dresses or winning championships? What color his nails are or winning championships? This is the only, and I knew there were going to be people that are upset by it. And I know there are people upset by his off-the-court personality. I don't give a shit. You guys would be shocked at some of my personality traits off this show. Actually, no, I'm pretty boring, honestly. at this point in time. Best players do come from. Like I'm still like I was it like the 9th pick or the 10th pick was a third French player, and they said from France. I was like, hold on a second. I pulled out my phone. I'm like, yeah, that's 3 guys from France drafted already. Like, what's in the water over there? Well, it's probably not water. It's water probably over there. I don't know what the French word for water is. But still. Oh, I don't want to, Barbara. I would love Jimmy Butler on the last year of his deal, but I would not want to give him 3 to 4 years. But at least you're telling the fan base we're trying to win a title this year. Drafting McCain and telling the fan base you're trying to win a title don't work. Like, you can't say both things. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't care, Evan. I just want titles. Give me anybody. I just want titles. I shouldn't say anybody. There's one free agent I don't want. And that's here's what's going to happen, guys. And this is going to piss me off so much. His big move is going to be bringing in Miles Bridges. And that's going to be it for me. I don't want Miles Bridges anywhere near my organization. That's where I draw the line. Matt LeBlanc had a better movie career, and he played with a chimp on a baseball team in Ed. I would have to look that up. Rodman led the league in rebounding for like 6 years in a row. Yeah, absolutely. Pork. No, stop with the pork. Why would you bring that back up again? That French for water and pronounced O. O? E-A-U is pronounced O? O? I got to find a French accent. I don't have a French accent in my bag. Oh? Okay, gotcha. That's true. Rodman was crazy, and it worked. I don't care crazy. As long as he's not pulling the John Morant crazy, as long as he's not being Miles Bridges' awful person and human being, I don't care what he does off the court. He could create 6,000 TikToks a day for all I care. As long as he's putting the work in practice and putting the work in on the court, I don't care. But it doesn't mean we're winning a championship next year. And anything, it means the complete opposite, which is the problem. Exactly. Yeah, got you. Because she knows how much I hate pork roll. Coffee done. Orange juice. Got to get my OJ. Got to get my vitamins in today. Morey should be a GM of the Clippers or Magic. He'd have excellent job security. Yeah. Rodman would keep David Archeri busy. That's absolutely. Guys, we're coming close to the end here today. Make sure you guys do me that favor. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, that follow button, wherever you're watching, that share button. You want to be following Edge of Philly Sports, 7-day-a-week programming. Obviously, so much great content just today. Birds of the Round Table, Football Stories Live, Fly Like an Eagle with Mitchie Poo, the Attacking Third, Eagles or Phillies post game. Steel Steps is on tonight. Wow, the wrestling show's tonight at 10 o'clock. Now look at all this programming. Literally every single day, there's some great content. So you want to stay locked and loaded into Edge of Philly Sports, guys. I'd greatly appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, follow button for us. If you're watching on my personal YouTube page, hit subscribe there as well. As we get close to wrapping up here, I think you mean he'd do an excellent job as security. I see. Morey, Mall Cop 4. Have they made a Mall Cop 3 and 2? Because if they did, that's unfortunate. The good thing is I think the Phillies will go on a run when Trump does how I expect him to do in the debate tonight. That's all I'm focused on. I'm watching that debate tonight. Rodman was a champion before he went pre-TikTok mode. Yeah, that's true. See you guys tomorrow. Muchas gracias for tuning in today, Barbara. Love, appreciate each and every one of you. Hit that like button for me, please, everybody. Agree. TikTok allows less talented show how not talented they are. Look, whatever. It's a different age we live in. TikTok's the thing. Even I'm trying to get into the TikTok world. Why? Because it's how you grow a brand. He's growing his brand on TikTok. Whatever. It don't bother me one bit as long as you can ball. Problem is, I want an NBA championship. French word for water. Eau de toilette. Mall cop, security, and GM for a market. Daryl Morey would be like that. Hold on a second. I got to think about this. I got to write. I need an editor for me here. I got one here. Seinfeld. I'm writing down some words here. So anybody remember the Seinfeld episode where George, when he's engaged to Susan, goes into the clothing store to get new clothes, and I think it's her like uncle's store or something like that, and the security guard's standing there, but he wants to get the security guard a chair, so he gets him a rocking chair, and the security guard falls asleep in the rocking chair while the store's being robbed. That was Daryl Morey. The draft was there. Someone gave Daryl Morey a rocking chair, and he dozed off. And someone woke him up and was like, "Oh, I got to make a pick. Whoever, just pick McCain. Sure, I like McCain chicken. Pick McCain. That's fine." The debate will be rigged against Trump, which will ensure Biden stays in the race, only to lose in November. Won't be rigged, maybe. The fact that the moderators have say over the mics and stuff like that, yeah, maybe. But I'm still going to watch it because it's going to be entertaining as hell. So all that matters to me is entertainment for it. Debates don't really give us anything real. This time, age, blue. Yep. You wouldn't have an extra horse head laying around. I think that Morey has a bed for it. Yeah. Got to send him a message. How many times have Philadelphia fans stood out and protested in front of the NovaCare complex? How many times have we stood out there, and given, with trash cans for Darius Slay and James Bradbury? Hear my dogs crying. When is Daryl Morey? When are Sixers fans going to stand out in front in Camden with trash cans, with bags over their heads? When? That's what we need. Guys, we got to wrap this up. I don't care anymore about this shit. I don't. The Sixers, that is. This was a very, very frustrating show. Very frustrating show. As expected. Because the Sixers are telling us two different things. They're telling us they're trying to win, but they're doing other things. So tomorrow, we are going to move on from the Sixers. We are. Tomorrow is going to be Howie Roseman Appreciation Day. Because I don't think we appreciate Howie Roseman enough. I don't. He's got his finger on the now, the future, the past. He's thinking it all. He's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and Daryl Morey is playing tic-tac-toe. Tomorrow will be the Howie Roseman Appreciation Day. Oh, he thought it was John McClain. Oh, okay. With special guest Matty B? No. But I'll let Matty B know so he can chime in. Go Birds, ring the bell. Absolutely, guys. Yeah, we got to wrap this up. Gots to get to work, guys. So like Duck says here, go Birds, ring the bell, bubbles up, and guys, have a great day. Let's try not to worry too much about the Sixers. Because you know what? They don't worry about us one bit. But yes, as everybody says, Howie Roseman should be on the Eagles Mount Rushmore, right? He should be. Horsehead wouldn't do the job. He'd make a crumble cookie joke. Needs the 007. Howie Roseman Boulevard. That's right. That is right. Tomorrow will be the Howie Roseman Appreciation Day. So go Birds. Ring the bell. I got nothing for the Sixers except for bubbles up, guys.